Yo, people, what's up? The boy carbonated bean. You know what I'm saying? And gonna talk about a couple of things. Just my little thoughts about the comparisons with the spirit and the soul. I've been meaning to shoot a video about this, about what I think of it for a while, but I just been putting it up. And shout out to my cousin, Cujo Berto. He had shot a video on his thoughts a couple days ago. Also, shout out to my cousin. I'm gonna call them the Twin Towers, L Rod and Rod L. You know what I'm saying? He shot the queens out there. So yeah, I don't know everything. Just my little thoughts. You can take what you can gravitate towards, or what you don't gravitate towards, you and leave it alone. It's not the gospel or whatever. Just me and my little thoughts. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, spirit. Either you have a spirit or a soul. Some definitions will say it's the same thing, but I kind of disagree in certain ways, and I'll explain later. So spirit or soul, it could be simply the photon on the inside your head. With what we call that third eye. Where they say in the Bible, I seen God in the land of the peanut, and or something like that. But yeah, the photon sitting right there. That's one aspect of it, where they say your higher self at, connected to the pituitary gland and the hippocampus gland, where the hippocampus gland has a lot of, akashic memory, along with the third eye, aka peanut gland. So that's one aspect of it. Now some people say because you're not black, so-called black, or carbonated, or copper colored, or have darker skin pigment, they say you don't have no soul. So I can't attest to that. I just know what I am. Real talk. That's all that matters. And the second thing is also so if you had the lighter skin tones, you basically got a spirit. That's what some say. But also you could say, for example, the sun. I look at the sun as a soul, our oversoul. I look at our souls as our inner soul, aka our higher self, our biblical cord to the source. You know what I'm saying? With the sun and the bigger sun. I'll just leave it like that. You know what I'm saying? Aka our higher self. So also, you ask carbonated people or black people or whatever you want to call them, indigenous, whatever these groups of people you want to call yourself, I should say. We are conductors of the sun. They call us contributors for the sun for a reason. I'm just saying, sun is just another word for the sun, our soul. Also, we live in a solar system. The sun, aka soul, is the life giver. So soul is another meaning of life. A definition of soul is life. Alright, so on the flip side, we're gonna go to spirit. Alright. Now spirit could mean many things. Okay. Spirit could mean energy or life. So when they say you trying to activate your higher self, because it has spirit, you would, go do breathing meditation. Spirit also could be known as electricity, to help electrify your chakras through meditation to activate that pineal gland to a certain extent. Spirits, when I think of spirits, are also spirits like a host things, the host body, Now soul, you don't really, though I'm a soul, hosting this body or this vessel, that's where if you're a spirit inside of a body, you're hosting that vessel, alright? But, spirit got bad connotations to me, or just bad vibes with me, and I'll explain. For example, alright, Now, liquor or alcohol, that's another, that's a basically a spirit, right? Now, you don't call that the soul. Now, spirit, aka alcohol, if you drink that, right? What happens when you black out? Something could take over you, right? So, you could be out of, acting different, acting out of your character. That spirit took over, you feel me? Or, with the pen, okay? Conjure, these hints, conjure. Why they name it conjure, man? They were dropping some signs on, you can conjure up certain spirits, you know what I mean? And I ain't knocking nobody if you drink or whatever, that's your business, you know what I'm saying? But I don't. But, yeah. Like I said, spirits like the host body, you know what I mean? Vessels, you know what I mean? They like to eat at other souls. I mean, from a certain perspective, right? Now, also, yeah, the spirits when you drink alcohol, with somebody out of themselves, when they feeling themselves, they're feeling a certain way. You know what I mean? They might get pumped up because they're off that fluid. You feel me? You know what I mean? And their ego is getting in the way. You know what I mean? Now, with the soul, I mean, ego doesn't have anything to do with the soul. Because the soul, to me, knows it up. When you get connected to your higher self, aka soul, your oversoul, your bigger soul. Now, ego is when you get caught up in emotions, you feeling some type of way. You know what I mean? You getting big headed. That has to do with the spirit. Now, some will think that the spirit and ego is two different things, but I say, like I was just mentioning, if you going off that liquor or something like that, and you feeling some type of way, you know how people get turned up. I mean, it is what it is. So, to me, the ego, has attachment to spirit. I mean, I just throw that out there too. So yeah, that's just a little bit how I feel about it. And also, I know a lot of us, coming into awareness or consciousness. I like to say awareness. When you come in awareness and you learn these different things about ourselves. Like, for example, they talk about the Kundalini rising, waking up our Kundalini and all that type of stuff. And the chakras. Chakras to me, hence, we call the sun Ra, right? Okay, you want to shock it up. One way to do it is, with breathing. Life force, I like to say ether, because ether ain't nothing but fire, air, purified air. So, as carbonated people or dark matter people, or beings, I should say. The importance of breathing and being still, breathing meditation, breathing that ether. You know what I'm saying? Breathing that ether and help us relax it to activate the different parts of our chakras. And also like to look at them as different spectrums of the sun, our inner soul. Because the sun also has different spectrums of color, of light, I should say. So does the chakras. Notice they have different colors as well. So when you keep breathing, practicing etheric meditation, or for the spiritual people, the spiritual meditations to help activate all the spectrums of the soul and help activate that, But one thing to me, in my opinion, I don't suggest you totally like open. I don't like to use that word because, anything can go if you ain't careful. If if you don't know what you're doing, that's I just mean like that. So activating your chakra, you're shocking your Ra. You're giving that etheric shock to your inner Ra, your inner sun, your inner soul, so you get that glow and get to connect with your higher self, which is the true self. Because right now, us in this form, we just in a dumbed down version of ourselves. Also, even though we created the spirituality and all that type of stuff, also when I think about spirits, and I'm gonna use Bobby Hemmett for example. Now, if you know about Bobby Hemmett, you know that, he's sweet. That dude, he be doing everything, man. He probably the most spiritual, so-called spiritual dude out of anybody in awareness. One thing he was mentioning in this video called, it was called Dreams in the Underworld. You will look at that video and go to the 2 hour and 50-minute mark. Now, he was talking about that he was having this sonic hearing and this humming in his ear, what have you. And he was saying, he got talking about, he basically mentioned Ogun. I ain't saying nothing bad about them, about the earbud or whatever. But and he was talking about how they, I guess they was blocking them or something. They were trying to stop in so many words, and they did a ritual. Talking about Ogun and a leg bop, I believe. Go look up the video. Dreams in the Underworld. Go to the 2 hour and 50-minute mark. That's when we got the, talking about that or have it. And he talking about how you got to get his ear candle. You got to candle about 13 times. What have 13. That's magic number. What have he was like they were trying to block something basically, but he ended up figuring it out. But yeah, that got me. And also jump another thing. It's like about them trying to block something. Why would the so-called, why would they do that from the spirit realm? You know what I'm saying? Try to block something. You know what I mean? So that ain't quite sit right with me. And also he also mentioned that, you know what I'm saying, he was becoming too powerful in so many words. And also he was saying something like that, from what I got out of it, they kind of, the ancestors or whatever in the spiritual realm, alright, they kind of want to keep individuals kind of down here. They don't want us to rise up. In other words, basically how I look at it, keep going to them for power. So, when I think of spiritually, that from that aspect, you calling on certain spirit or certain deity or what have you, you know what I mean? That's almost in a way like an archon energy, alright, or a human energy. You know what I'm saying? In an aspect like this. For example, you already know basically what the Jesus Christ, he symbolized the sun. The S-U-N, you know, and not the S-O-N like the whole allegory. If you know the truth. Anyway, you know the truth about the Christianity and the falsehood and all that. So anyway, Jesus the Christ character, we know he wasn't a real person. We know Jerry's 2,000 years ago. Jesus made up in the 1500s, if not the 1400s, and etc. So, the Roman Catholics and what have you, they basically wizards and warlocks. So they basically created that entity. So basically, that's how I look at Jesus Christ character. He's the archon of the spirit realm, one of them, which is basically a ruler. So, like when you call on these certain spirits or whatever, I'm not knocking a lot of our ancient cultures will have it, but when you give your energy to these certain individuals, aka spirits, and they might give you certain gifts or offerings or what have you, in your life or things of that nature that you ask for, but at the same time, it took a lot of your energy. You know what I mean? So me personally, I don't pray that, no dudes teaching them like that. Especially after learning from coming out, Christian church and what have you. You know how that is. So the Jesus Christ, the Holy Father and the Son, that straight archon energy. That's how I look at it, or a genie. You know what I'm saying? Like a genie out the body, give you a couple wishes, but that's about it. You know what I'm saying? Real talk. So, yeah, let's get into that. But, anyway, yeah, that's how I feel about, like spirit, about spirituality, to be exact. And, We soul beings, man. I lean towards more towards the soul. But I know, like I said, if you look at the definitions, it'll say that we similar. But if you look up spirit, it'll say breath. Simply breath. Also could be other forces, demonic, that, angelic, so-called angelic, or what have you. But they always like the host body. But when you look up soul, you don't see nothing about no alcohol, you know what I'm saying, or what I mean, other things besides life force energy. That's all I got to say. And the soul, I just make it simple like this. This is all I gotta say. The sun is a soul. It's the open soul, and it's a solar system. It's just that simple. The sun simply gives us nutrients and life. Enhance the plant life, and we eat the plants to get sunlight. We get that non-ether fruits and vegetables from the earth, and we eat that, and they give us light, in a dense form. Besides just going outside and getting that over the sun rays. So that's pretty much it. That's how I look at it, So yeah, those are my little thoughts. But I'm gonna end that on that note. I'm trying to think of something else. Yeah, so all you carbonated, so-called melanated, or whatever term you like to use, copper color people, I say we the soul people, man. You know what I'm saying? And you gotta be very cautious. When people say they're spiritual, anybody can be so-called spiritual. So old junk, like I said, alcohol spirits. You know what I'm saying? Somebody might not be in their right mind frame, and they let that spirit get to them real talk. You know what I'm saying? Going off that 10, but yeah, I'm in it on that. Peace out. Much love. Peace.